If you're watching this video, it's not an accident. 99% of people scroll right past this video and miss their abundance shift. But you stopped. That means something big is about to happen. Watch until the end, because in the last part, I'll tell you the one thing 90% of manifestors don't know. Part 1. The signal. If it feels like things have been repeating lately, same numbers, same thoughts, same coincidences, stop right there, because this is not a coincidence. Quantum physics tells us that every particle exists in multiple states simultaneously until someone observes it. This is called the observer effect, which means your reality is still being shaped right now, based on your observation, your thoughts, your frequency. This isn't just a theory. It's the foundation the entire science of manifestation is built on. When people keep seeing the same numbers, 1111, 333, 777, or they suddenly get deja vu or random thoughts come true a little while later, these are all signals from the quantum field. This field is telling you that you're close to a shift point, a place where the old reality and the new reality overlap. Many people ignore these signals when they first notice them, calling them coincidence, because logic teaches us that such things don't mean anything. But the people who take these signals seriously have noticed that things in their life start changing fast. Jobs, relationships, health, money. A shift is felt in every area, like an invisible door has opened. This happens because when you acknowledge the signal, you unconsciously move your attention, your energy, toward that frequency. And where attention goes, energy flows. This is the most basic yet most powerful rule of quantum manifestation. And the people who ignore this signal completely keep repeating the same struggle in their life, year after year, without realizing they're the ones blocking their own progress. But the people who recognize this signal, their reality literally starts changing within a few weeks, and the people around them notice this change too. Here's something very few people know. These signals are always subtle in the beginning. They're not loud. They don't force themselves on you. They just whisper. And if you're busy, distracted, lost in your old routine, you can miss them over and over. The question is, are you ready to decode your signal? Because in part 2, I'm going to tell you exactly when this shift begins and what happens before it that most people miss. And until you understand that, no shift can begin. Part 2. The block before the breakthrough. Wait, before I move forward, understand this. Before an abundance shift, the universe always sends a test. And if you fail this test, the shift gets delayed, sometimes for months. What is this test? It's called the resistance phase. Whenever a big shift is about to happen, thoughts and doubts from your old frequency intensify right before it. You start thinking, maybe this is just a coincidence. Maybe this won't happen to me. I've already tried so hard and nothing happened. These thoughts feel so real that you start mistaking them for facts, when in reality they're just the old frequency's last resistance. This is exactly the moment where the quantum field tests you. Will you hold on to your old identity, or will you shift toward the new timeline? This is an invisible fork in the road where most people turn back toward their old thinking simply because they're afraid of unfamiliar territory. Familiar struggle, even if painful, still feels comfortable because it's predictable. The people who cross this resistance suddenly find things aligning for them, unexpected opportunities, people reaching out to them, ideas coming out of nowhere, or a conversation that changes their entire direction. All of this is a sign that they've entered the new quantum timeline, and the old reality no longer matches their new frequency. But the people who get stuck in doubt fall right back into the old loop. And then they say, manifestation doesn't work, or this is all just fake positivity. The truth is, they stopped at the exact moment of the test. They just needed to go a little further. This is the most important warning in this video. The resistance phase doesn't mean failure. It means you're on the right track. Here's something interesting. The more resistance you feel, the bigger the shift approaching you. This is a pattern of the universe. The biggest breakthrough always comes after the strongest resistance. When the storm is at its worst, know that calm is right around the corner. Many coaches and teachers miss this point because they only share positive results and never talk about the resistance phase. That's why when people feel resistance, they get scared and quit the process without knowing this is a normal, necessary part of the entire journey. Now, what I'm going to tell you in part 3 might be the most important information in this entire video, because this is the exact reason that blocks 90% of people's abundance, and most people have no idea about it, even if they've been trying manifestation for years. Part 3. The hidden block 90% people don't know. If you've made it this far, listen carefully, because this is the exact information I promised at the start. Most people think manifestation means thinking positive or saying affirmations. But the quantum field doesn't listen to words. It listens to frequency, and frequency is generated by your subconscious beliefs, not your conscious thoughts. This difference sounds small, but practically, it's the entire foundation of manifestation. This is the hidden block. On the surface, you talk about abundance, but deep down, at a subconscious level, you feel, I don't deserve this, or how could this happen so quickly? Or, this doesn't happen to me, it happens to other people. And the quantum field always matches your deepest frequency, not your words. This is a silent sabotage that you don't even realize is happening. This is why so many people say affirmations, make vision boards, journal, but nothing shifts. Because their subconscious signal is different, and their conscious signal is different. Until these two signals match, no shift can materialize, no matter how hard you try on the surface. Where do these subconscious beliefs come from? Mostly from childhood. What we heard from our parents, what we learned from society, what the people around us repeated. Money is hard to come by. Nothing like that ever happens in our family. Don't expect too much, you'll just be disappointed. These sentences get deeply stored in our subconscious, and they become our default frequency until we consciously reprogram them. Here's another interesting angle. The more impossible or unrealistic something feels to you, the stronger the subconscious belief blocking it. Things that feel easily believable always manifest quickly, and things that feel impossible always get resisted. Not because they're genuinely difficult, but because your subconscious is rejecting them. Until this mismatch is fixed, the universe keeps repeating the old reality, no matter how much positive talk you do on the surface. This becomes a loop that won't break until you address the root cause. Interesting thing is, the more someone relates to this video while watching it, the higher the chances that this exact mismatch is happening to them right now. And if you're relating to this so far, the information coming in part 4 could be life-changing for you. So the question now is, how do we fix this mismatch? In part 4, I'll tell you about a concept very few people know. Timeline jumping. And understanding this concept is necessary before we get to the method. Part 4. Timeline jumping. The concept most people never learn. Before I share the method with you, there's a concept you need to understand. Because without this understanding, no method will properly work. There's a theory in quantum physics called multiverse theory. According to it, infinite parallel realities exist, and in each reality, you're a different version. In one, more successful. In another, healthier. In another, living an abundant life. And in another, exactly where you are right now. Manifestation isn't actually creation, it's shifting. You're not building something new. You're matching your frequency to the parallel version where you're already living that abundance. Understanding this concept is important because it removes the pressure. You don't have to create anything. You just have to align with what already exists. This sounds complex, but practically it's simple. When you shift your current identity, your current emotions, your current beliefs toward the version that's already abundant. You literally move toward that timeline. This is a gradual process, not an instant teleportation. This is why when people make a deep identity shift, not just positive thinking, but a real identity shift, things in their life change so fast that people think, how did this happen so suddenly? It feels sudden to them, but in reality, they'd been shifting internally for weeks or months, and the external world just reflected that internal shift. This timeline shift always starts with small signs. As I mentioned earlier, déjà vu, repeating numbers, random thoughts that come true. All of this is proof that you're already shifting timelines. You just don't know how advanced this process already is. Here's another thing worth noticing. When you shift into a new timeline, people, situations, and patterns from the old timeline slowly and naturally start fading without you forcing it. You don't have to let them go. They drift away on their own, as if they no longer fit your new frequency. Now, what I think you most want to know is the exact method to consciously trigger this shift instead of it happening by accident. In Part 5, I'll share the exact 3 steps that activate this entire process. Part 5, the quantum alignment method. Before I share the method, let me be clear about one thing. This isn't a trick. This is a frequency shift, and it only works when you apply it consistently. Step 1. Identity shift. You have to feel like the version of you that already has abundance, not the version that's waiting for abundance. This subtle difference, waiting versus being, is what instantly changes your frequency. Ask yourself in every small decision, what would that version of me do right now? Whether it's your morning routine, the way you talk to yourself, or small everyday choices, filter everything through that identity. Step 2. Emotional frequency match. Every day, for at least 5 minutes, make yourself feel the emotion you'll feel once your abundance has already arrived. Relief, gratitude, excitement. Emotion is the language the quantum field understands, not just words. You can create emotion from thought. Imagine the moment your wish has already come true, and make that feeling real, real enough that you get a physical sensation in your body. Step 3. Release the timeline attachment. As long as you stay anxious about when will it happen, you keep reinforcing your old frequency, because anxiety itself is a lack frequency. The moment you shift into the state of this is already happening, all resistance dissolves. This is the hardest step for most people because our mind naturally wants control and certainty. These 3 steps sound simple, but their power only activates when all 3 are practiced together consistently. For at least 21 days, because that's how long it takes the subconscious to accept a new pattern. Consistency matters more than quantity here. 5 minutes daily is better than 1 hour once a week. Many people who start this process start getting small signs within the first week. A random opportunity, an old contact reaching back out, some unexpected good news. All of these are confirmations that the shift is already happening, and these confirmations make your faith even stronger, which then accelerates the process further. A practical warning is also necessary here. Don't use this method as a test, like, let's see if it works. That approach is itself a doubt-based frequency. Approach it with full commitment, as if you already know it's going to work. And once this alignment happens, what happens then? In Part 6, I'll tell you how this shift appears in real life and the exact signs that tell you your abundance is very close. Part 6. If you've watched this far, this part might be the most important, because it will tell you exactly where you stand in this process. Right now, when a quantum shift begins, it never starts dramatically. It first arrives in small signs. You'll suddenly feel calm, like something inside you has relaxed. like a weight has lifted that you didn't even know you were carrying. This calmness is a deep sign that your internal frequency is changing. People who hadn't contacted you in a long time will suddenly message you. Random opportunities, jobs, connections, ideas that weren't coming before will suddenly appear. It'll start feeling like coincidences are happening way too often, like the universe is talking directly to you, like an ongoing conversation. Another sign is an increase in synchronicities, like you're thinking about something, and it suddenly shows up. This is proof that your internal frequency and external reality are starting to align, and that gap that was once wide is now narrowing. Many people also report that their sleep patterns change during the shift. Sometimes more vivid dreams, sometimes suddenly waking up early in the morning without an alarm. This is a sign of subconscious processing. Your mind is integrating the new pattern, like a background update running. Another lesser-known sign, a shift in appetite and energy levels. Many people notice they suddenly feel more energy, or their cravings change, as if their body is also aligning with this new frequency. This happens because a frequency shift isn't just mental, it's physical too. All of this is proof that your frequency has already shifted, and physical reality is now catching up. Just like it takes time for light to travel from a star to Earth, it takes some time for a frequency shift to reflect in the physical world. But here's something important to understand that very few people understand. In this process, the biggest test comes when the shift has already begun, not at the start. In Part 7, I'll tell you what this final test is and where most people lose their manifestation. Part 7. Stop right here. If you think everything is aligning and now you just have to wait, listen to this part carefully, because this is exactly where most people lose their shift. As soon as small signs start appearing, a new problem arises. Impatience. People start thinking good things are happening, so where's the big result? And this impatience pulls them right back into the lack frequency at the exact moment they're closest to the finish line. This phase is called the gap, the period when the internal shift has already happened, but the external reality hasn't fully manifested yet. This gap is the hardest part for many people because it's the test between faith and doubt, and the length of this gap is different for every person. The people who start doubting in this gap, maybe this isn't working, maybe I'm doing something wrong, pull their frequency back to the old state, and the entire process resets.